Okay, it's Thursday, December 15th. This is an end of the day SPY report, and on the daily chart, we end up with another two down bar, sort of a continuation from yesterday that opened up near the high of the day and went down all day long and took out some key targets that we mentioned. And you can see at the very end had a little bit of a little pause, but at this point, with the big red bar, you're still expecting price to head lower, at least to test those lows and then see if we continue. This could be a big breakout of this big range that has been highlighted. If so, we're coming down. You can see a gap here to fill. You can see bigger picture targets down here as we continue lower. Again, on the monthly chart, we're right on the edge now of having a two up failure where we took out the high of that bar, came to the midpoint of the prior bar, which could mean we're heading all the way down to the lows of the prior bar. So we're gonna, as long as we kind of don't bounce from here in any significant way to the upside, that's the expectation there. The weekly chart, of course, it's a big shooter bar with 1 day to go in the week. It's also a big broadening bar, number 3 bar, where you take out the high of the bar and then you take out the low of the bar. So anytime you get broadening action, that is a possible area to just higher highs here, lower lows here, and maybe you turn around. But to turn around, there's going to have to be a lot of constructive price action. You want to see, first of all, the weekly chart's going to have to turn. So a lot of times you get a 3 bar, maybe a 2 down, 2 up. That's a very good reversal signal. If we end up with just holding this area and get an inside bar next week, then a 3, 1 inside 2 would be a powerful signal. But for now, just in the very short run, if we're going to hold here in reverse, we're going to have to get above the midpoint of today. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but obviously I'm anticipating a little continuation lower. But in terms of the trading today, as I discussed on the pre-open video, pretty aggressive opportunity to go short, given that a lot of things were coming into play. If you watch the pre-open video, you'll see where the likelihood was after this gap down to continue lower towards these targets down here, which are the yellow line and the blue line, or this blue line and then this yellow line. And in terms of the opening price, right away, 15-minute chart kind of just held here. Then you had the 2 down break, and that was the signal to get short. Went down all morning long, kind of almost one push. Even you can almost look at almost one pause, push upward, another push down, and then at the end we did get a little bit of a buying or just pausing area, because that's what happens when a lot of stops are hit. But in terms of moving, once you opened up here, it was very high probability you were coming down to these stops and even this low down here. So that's why I aggressively bought puts on the 1-minute chart. Well, if I look at it, zooming out right out of the gates, we had a little bit of an up opening. I bought puts here right there after 2 minutes, and I was anticipating this type of move. So, you could have been aggressive that way, or if you waited on the 15-minute chart, then you would have had the signal here kind of at the end of bar, going into bar number 2. So either way, very good day to trade on the short side. A lot of stocks offered opportunities to short side, and given the context of everything that we've been discussing, big range up here, failure to break out of the top with a big reversal usually means, a test of the bottom, that type of thing, a weekly bar that was likely to give a shooter bar, which can continue lower into next week if it holds up. All those elements in play told you to kind of aggressively be ready, right near the open to go short, and it ended up doing kind of exactly that as was expected. So we'll see what happens tomorrow here. Our question is, are we breaking out below this big range finally, or is this an area to kind of maybe pause or get a little down move and then a reversal back up, which at this point, it's going to take a lot of work to do that, but it's always possible.